Hey, how's it going everyone? How you guys doing today? Welcome back to another Steam 2 video, and today we're going to be talking about the new Gambit armor sets. Yes, those very new shiny ones that we saw in the recent trailer. I want to talk about those and the special perks those sets are going to have. In case you guys are not aware, these sets are going to be able to be modified in a way where you can adapt it to your playstyle. Whether you're an invader, someone that likes to collect motes, or maybe someone that just likes killing the enemies. There's going to be special perks to kind of improve your playstyle and just make you more effective at whatever you're doing. So that's what I really want to talk about today, those perks. And while we still don't know what the exact perks that are going to be on the armor are, we got a bit of a teaser of what some of the perks might be for each of the sets. From all places, the narrative preview for the Reckoning. The narrative preview for the Reckoning is just a conversation between the Drifter and a Titan after a Gambit Prime match, where they were actually testing out the armor sets to see how they would perform on the field. So this is where we're getting our info from, since they mention basically each armor set and they give us a hint of what they're gonna do. So this goes without saying, but this is a speculation. Even though I am getting it from the narrative preview, there's a chance that the armor sets will be just completely different, and maybe the things that says here are not things that we're actually going to be able to do in game with the sets. So just keep that in mind. None of these sets are confirmed to do any of these things, except for maybe one thing on the Invader set, but we'll get to that in a second. So just keep that in mind, not confirmed, use a bit of a speculation. So now that we got that out of the way, let's actually take a look at the sets. Alright, so let's start off with the Invader set, which was actually the one the Titan was wearing in this narrative preview. It worked exactly like you said it would. I invaded the other side, the armor locked the bank down, and I took their motes right out of it. So from this we can tell two abilities that the Invader armor is likely to have. The first one is locking down the bank when you invade, which is just huge, because a lot of the times when you invade, people are already at the bank. So as soon as they see that you invade, they just bank all their motes. So even if you do kill them, they're not really losing much, they're losing a couple of seconds, but they're not losing any motes. So this can definitely be huge, being able to lock the bank down so they can't do that, so they have to take you on if they want to keep their motes. So I definitely see this being a very good ability and something that's just going to be amazing for invading. And the other ability, the ability where you can actually take motes from the enemy bank, is the one ability that has been confirmed by Bungie, being able to take motes from the enemy if you have the Invader set. They talked about it in the build, so we know that this is real and this will actually be in the game. And I wonder how many motes you're actually going to be able to take from them. Probably not a lot, it's probably going to have a limit of 5 or 10. I don't really see them allowing you to take a lot of motes from the bank, so that's why I think that 10 is probably going to be like the max that you're going to be able to take from it. But even if it's just 10 motes, that's still going to be pretty good, because you're going to be able to kill them, they're going to lose motes, and then on top of that, you're going to take some motes from their bank, so you're putting them behind and also putting yourself ahead by taking some of their motes and putting them in your bank. So I could definitely see the Invader abilities just being game changers, and in Gambit Prime, it looks like invading is going to be more important than ever before. Next up, they talk about the Sentry, which is the guy that watches the bank and also the one that takes out invaders. And they talk about this Warlock that was like a one-man private security company. He always seemed to know where the other invader was. And it seems like if you have the Sentry armor set, you're gonna be able to counter enemy invaders a lot easier. I think you may actually be able to track the invader, just like the invader can track you when he invades. I think that they're gonna do something similar to that. Or maybe if they think that's too powerful, maybe they'll just tell you where the invader spawn. Since they're gonna be adding more spawns, so you're gonna have to be watching more sites. So as a Sentry, being able to know where he spawned gives you a general location of where to look for the invader. So I can see both of those, you being able to see where the invader spawn, or you straight up being able to see the invader through the walls like he sees you and your team. And if it does end up being that you can see the invader through walls like they can't see you, then the invader's job just get a lot harder, because they won't have the element of surprise like they usually do. Next up we have the Reaper, and this one's just the guy that kills all the ads. And this one is really vague, doesn't really tell us much. And from this one, all I can gather is that maybe if you're the team's Reaper, you have a damage boost to all these smaller ads. Maybe you do more damage to them, so you can run through them used a lot easier and a lot faster. Which will definitely make sense if you're the Team's Reaper, use having a lot of extra damage so you can kill things faster. But that's all that we got for this one, not as detailed as some of the other two. And lastly we have the Collector, which is just the guy that picks up the motes and bangs the motes. And as the Collector, it seems that you're going to be able to summon a special blocker, the Giant Blocker. And as the Collector, you're probably also going to have more mote storage, since it's going to take a lot more to actually summon the Giant Blocker. I wonder what the Giant Blocker actually will be, and how many motes it will actually take. I'm putting my money on 20 motes, since they always increase by 5 motes, but maybe it could be more. Although, I don't really think so. I think 20 is going to be just the right amount. But I really wonder what kind of taken is going to get sent over to the enemies. Maybe the big ogre that used to be our large blocker got upgraded to a giant blocker and got some more health. That would definitely be very annoying. So maybe it's the ogre, who knows? But we're just going to have to wait and see to see what this giant blocker is actually about. And with that, that's the last of the info that we got from this Invader preview. Definitely some good things. I can tell you that these armor sets are probably going to make the job as an Invader a lot harder, but also a lot easier. I think it's going to work both ways. So a lot more risk, but also a lot more reward if you actually manage to take the enemy team out. But anyways, let me know in the comments below, from this info that we got here, which one of the armor sets you're most likely to be rocking. Since I've always been kind of an invasion guy, I'm definitely going to go for the Invader set, but the Sentry set also sounds kind of nice. So let me know in the comments below, from what we see here, which one is the set that you're going to be going for. Remember that these are not all the perks. It seems like all the armor sets are going to have 4 perks, so we're definitely missing some info on pretty much all of them. We just know a little bit of what they're going to be doing. But anyways, thank you all for watching today's video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care everyone, have a good day.